Hey there, happy Mercury Day. I hope you're doing well. I'm the truth, and you are too. Welcome to this week's Mercury Day Energy Reading. Everything you need to know pertaining to me and my services is located in the description box of this video below for you to see. For this week's Mercury Day Energy Reading, I'll be channeling with there is Seraphim, who's supporting the Eclipse highest good and the highest good. When I looked up Seraphim, it says that he is known as the burning ones. He's the one known as the one that have all eyes. He's a sixth wing celestial being. He's composed of multiple angels. He's the one that serves and worships God. He's the closest to God. And he's composed of Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Jeremiel, Archangel Raguel, Archangel Rachiel, and Archangel Remiel. I asked Seraphim myself, who are you and how would you like to describe yourself? And the following came up. The zodiac sign Virgo came up. And they said there's stability in making wise, sound decisions based on introspection, doing your research before moving forward, thinking before you do, analyzing, slowing down enough to catch the details for stability, crossing your T's, dotting your I's, the missing bricks in the building. And that's there is Seraphim for you, and I'll be channeling with them for this week's Mercury Day Energy Reading. If you hear an extra sound during this reading, life is life, and I don't handle if it gets too much. Like, comment, share, subscribe. It's very much appreciated and it's helpful. And let's begin this week's Mercury Day Energy Reading. Cool. Well, you have to be strong. You have to be persistent, persevere. Bottom of the deck, the summary of the card that came, the clarity card that came out is Knight of Wands. Top of the deck, you, as you're watching this right now, is the Six of Cups. There's something about iridescent colors, is iridescent lights. You can do great all by yourself. Some of you, it's about being single and happy. Enjoy your singlehood. Some of you let go and let God, and it could be the best thing that you have ever done. There's something about divine, like light. You could have let go around the full moon, and there's something about iridescent light surrounding you, and you let go and you let God, and like you were caught by God. You were caught in this iridescent light or something like that. I don't know why, but all three of these cards reminds me of the cloud core, the dream core / cloud core that is on TikTok. for some reason, all of this, especially that in the back, reminds me of the cloud core, the dream core thing. It's easy. And it's something about healing and like bottom of the deck, the summary of that. It's crazy. For one of the readings, I did say that you have hindsight, but it's also like foresight. And it's probably like after everything comes together, you get it. And it's like a learning experience. And now like you'll know going forward type of thing. Bottom of the deck, the summary of the Oracle card that came out, intuition and downloads top of the deck. Use you watching this right now is listen deeply. Let's do turns and then let's go. Putting it on. I'm going in song for song. Forgot what she said for this part, but she said what? Big old booty. I'm going in thong for thong. So for this week's Mercury Day Energy, and the topic is emotional loss. Yet again, the card that came out is Nine of Chalices, which is Nine of Cups, the Feast of Purim. It can't, and then this is a scripture from, or a verse from the New International Version, Esther, chapter 9, verse 22. As the time when the Jews got relief from their enemies, and as the month when their sorrow was turned into joy and their mourning into a day of celebration. There's something about your independence, your sovereignty or something. Bottom of the deck summary of that is strength, Daniel and the lion's den. I mean, if they're going to make a Bible tarot deck, of course they have to put that as a strength card, right? Not only is it lions, which is usually associated with the strength card and Leo, but Daniel had to be strong in the lion's den. But yeah, top of the deck user watching now, Six of Grains, which is Six of Pentacles, Widow's generosity, Mark chapter 12, verse 43. Calling his disciples to him, Jesus said, "Truly I tell you, this poor widow has put more into the treasury than all the others." To clarify the Nine of Chalices, you got the Page of Cups, you got the Hangman, and you got the Nine of Wands. And then you have here the learning experience. As I go on, I'm going to do the charms. There's something here about an end of a cycle. Something about, definitely, education or learning something. There's something here maybe about sports. It could be something about ancestors. It could be supported by ancestors. There's something also here about going beyond. Maybe there's something here with travel. And there could be something about expansion. Maybe you learn more, you expand more. Maybe there could be something about travel as well. And we have the number sequence 369. I see that as body, mind, and soul. There could be alignment, a realignment. Sometimes Six of Grains give me a realignment, like you're healing or something. Yes. Yeah, there's something about you can do good all by yourself. And again, there's something with iridescent lights and like the clouds, the dream core, the cloud core. And there's something here about divinity. something about like your imagination opening up again. Sometimes, you have to take something out in order for something to go back or to just be better or whatnot. And then, yeah, I don't know if I was saying this in one of the other readings or that was just like a message I was getting as I was channeling throughout my days and everything. Um, Sometimes your strength is to let go, to allow. There's something about being open, being imaginative, pure, and everything like that. And being open, being imaginative, being pure. I want to read the Page of Cups, so I'm going to read it. It says, mirrored perspective, synchronicities begin. The fish in the cup reminds us that God is within. You could realize even by yourself, like on your own, by yourself, I mean, you could do well all by yourself. Your divinity itself or whatnot. You don't need anybody else, any humans, to do that. Or any things to be that. Yeah, as there could be something about just some of y'all. It's like y'all floating in the cosmic waters type of thing. You're floating in it, all and it's like by yourself. This could be very peaceful. You feel like you are surrounded by the divine iridescent lights. And then, yeah, just be persistent. Keep being strong. Keep being brave, courageous, or whatnot. Like those people who, what's it called? Is it paragliding? Paragliding, when they basically have like the kite looking thing on their body and then they just jump off a cliff and then all they had to do is like open their arms and like allow the air to like allow them to fly. Just as much as the people who go surfing on one of those big waves, just as much as those people who like climb the side of those like big mountains and stuff. And there's something about healing and learning all at the same time. What came out is the Nine of Chalices, Nine of Cups. There's happiness, glee here. And it's like on your own. On my own. Bottom of the deck, some of that. Strength. The courage, the bravery, the audacity to be free, to be happy, to be you. Yeah, subconsciously, there could be some type of devil energy attempting to make you give up, make you not see the light or whatnot. But just in time, the light did, or you saw the light or something like that. There's something with the full moon again, and something about that with strength. One of my readings, I said this too, like, this is like my own thing too. Um, don't be afraid to like really like interact with whoever it is for you, God, your spirit team, the angels, all that stuff, and ask them like for every single thing, because they will give it to you. If you feel like you can't go on, like ask them. Out of nowhere, there's gonna be a surge of energy. It's gonna come out of nowhere. If you feel like there's too much negative stuff, toxicity, ask them and watch that shit be blown away or like be flipped or something like that. Top of deck, usually watch this right now. Six of Grains. There's something here about rebalance, healing, and everything like that. And then there's something about like, how do I explain it? Like take something as like a learning experience or something like that. Can we get much higher? Oh, 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 oh. There's something about like rebuilding a community. I don't want to say community. It could be one, but rebuilding something here, starting again, starting from the ground up, with intention and everything like that. It's bigger. It's better. To clarify the Nine of Chalices, you got the Page of Cups, the Hangman, the Nine of Wands. Surrender to your pureness. Don't ever give up on yourself, on like goodness, on God, on your spirit team, like all the good stuff or whatnot. Never like lose faith. Never lose that childlike faith. There's something about letting go and allowing in faith, and that's like your strength. There could be something about spiritual strength. A learning experience. You have dedicated a lot of your time, effort, and energy to understanding yourself and the world, and have had many experiences recently that have been great teachers. Even though not everything has been easy or perfect, there has been a positive in that you have come to understand yourself, your gifts, and your abilities better than ever. You are deeply connected to who you are, what you stand for, and what's important to you in life. When this card appears for you, angels are acknowledging the challenges and obstacles you have surmounted recently. Although it may have been a difficult time for you, your faith and inner strength have increased. Know that the cloud has a silver lining, and you will soon have moved beyond the feeling of being stuck or supported or unsupported. Inner peace and a sense of security come from overcoming hardships. Without the challenges that life has presented to you, you wouldn't be the person you are today. This is a time for you to reflect on the incredible strength you have. No matter what has gone wrong for you, you have made your way through the darkness and into the light. When this card appears for you, your angel guide is inviting you to ask yourself, what have I learned from this? This card represents the teacher you have within, and through integrity and a connection, you will be able to find a message within the mystery. If you are still facing challenges, you are being encouraged to keep going and trust that the worst will soon be over. The light at the end of the tunnel is you. Oh man, they said every single word. I don't even have to really like deeper. I love that they said every single word. Um, Especially like something about like this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. And then like there's something I'm telling you with clouds. Maybe you feel like you're walking on clouds. I'm walking on sunshine. Oh. There'll be something with lines again. Rays of sun lines. There could be grid lines and all that stuff. Um, what you call it? And then something about your DNA healing, and it's kind of like when you work out, your muscles rip, but then like the healing part is when your muscles, when you eat and when you rest and all that stuff, and then your muscles like kind of like heal again, but it gets better. And then there's something about like you holding the light in front of you, and it's like you or whatnot. Oh, it's giving me Harry Potter, Prisoner of Azkaban, where he thought it was his dad, but when him and Hermione went back in time, it was actually him that saved himself. We have here bees, the battle and the band beating, and the zodiac signs here are Aries and Leo. And then we have your too risky, unwise gamble at life or with something. Icarus, impulsive, childlike mentality. Sting, make making a decision, jumping without thinking about it first, without a decent plan, without consideration of effect, consequences, doing something, making a decision without knowledge, without info, being new to something. So even though you're on your own and all that stuff, there's something about like just be aware or whatnot. Do your research before going. Um, like trust yourself. Know how to trust yourself. So that's like just looking into things before doing and all that stuff. We have here Dagaz, Dagaz, and it says dawn, breakthrough, awakening, embarking on an enterprise. I was gonna say new earth, but this could be something with a new life for someone. Um, Something about this could have like like changed your DNA, but it's like what I said with the muscle ripping and it like healing, but it's like bigger or whatnot. Um, there's something with that. There's something about can we get much higher, getting better, ascending, maybe realignment and all that stuff. It's like the light at the end of the tunnel for sure. Like all of this is something was happening, and then now the light at the end of the tunnel, and it's like this is why there's a breakthrough. Yeah, we have here love, 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 love makes the world go round from Powerpuff Girls. When the clown took the color out of the world or whatnot, because I think he was himself like possessed in some type of way, and then the way Bubbles had to bring the color back into the world was by singing. And yeah, keep going. Yeah, at some point, Bubbles in that episode, she thought it was all done for, and she did her little like her little cries and shit. And I forgot how she really realized that all she do is play music to have everything get back together, but that's what happened. Um, Something about don't give up because this could be your breakthrough or something like that. And it's all about love. Like love is the moving force and all of that wonderful, beautiful stuff. We have here Pisces. Pisces is the only sign here. Beautiful. You could be that sign. The sign could be in your chart. It could be the energy of this reading. It could be the planetary placements. Um, it could be the planetary placements. It could be anywhere around you. Energy of this reading, all that stuff. And that's it for this week's Mercury Day Energy Reading. The topic: emotional loss yet again. If you would like a personal reading, you can visit my link tree or you can email me, set up at any time. They both will be in the description box for you to see. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. It's very much appreciated. It's helpful. And peace out. Where's the stick at? Oh, there we are.